What is up, yo? I want to help you guys start learning how to sell bots. So I'm thinking about putting a new video series together. If you want me to compile all of the trainings that I've put together on how to sell bots and put it into a video series, just comment VS and I'll put that together and get you that. I've been thinking about it because I've been making so many of these videos because a lot of people want to know how to start selling bots, right? A lot of people see that there is so much opportunity out there to sell bots. They see that there's so much money to be made, and they also see that there's really a lot of value out there for chatbots. So what's really, really powerful is that if you have the knowledge, if you have the process, and you have the capabilities, well, now you can go out and offer these services to every single local business. And you can also offer it as an upsell to things that you are already selling. And so the reason that this is so powerful is that if you're brand new to the marketing space, this is something that can get you immediate traction, right? And if you are someone who is already experienced, well, chatbots are great things to be able to they're just great things to be able to add on. So Wayne, actually, I have a question for you guys who have been on my live videos, and I'm going to ask a lot of questions. I'm sorry. But one thing that I would ask is that would you prefer a video series, or would you prefer a live training? I'm kind of curious. I've done live trainings every single week for the last, I don't know how many weeks, every single Friday. And we go through and we go in and we dive in about an hour deep long for every, to every single topic every time. But I'm wondering, because some people can't make those, that if a video series that's delivered over a few days that are a little bit shorter of videos would actually be more beneficial. Let me know. Let me know if training or series is better. Comment training if you like just one long training where you can learn it all and kind of go back. It'd be more, you obviously you'd be able to catch the replay, but it'd be one long training. Or if you like smaller bite-sized pieces that are a little more actionable so that you guys can get to work. I'm just curious. Let me know, training or series. I'm just kind of get some feedback on what would be helpful for you guys. But let's talk about it, right? Because the challenge is that a lot of people don't know a couple of things. The first thing is that a lot of people don't know everything that a chatbot can do, right? And so that holds back a lot of people when they're trying to pitch them because they don't know everything that a chatbot can actually do for a particular business, right? They don't know, like a lot of people work in different spaces and a lot of people work in different niches. And the great thing about chatbots is that they can be applied to every single niche. They can be applied to every single industry. Every single business can use a chatbot. And so the first thing for you is you've got to learn, obviously, how to use and how to build a chatbot, right? I think that's like the number one thing. So if we go over here, let's just call it, should we call it bot knowledge, right? And I think that there's two parts to this, right? There's obviously two aspects to it. You got to know how to build it. And then you got to know how to sell it, right? There's two aspects to it, but you got to, those are the two things that we got to know, right? Well, actually, let's see. Maybe not selling. Let's put value, right? You got to know, like, some people, I have people in my program who work with real estate agents. I have people in my program who work with gyms. I have people in my program who work with, let's see, who else? Doctors and dentists and all these different types, restaurants. And so for you, the first thing that you've got to figure out, obviously, is what can your bot do for a customer, right? What can your bot do for a client? And that's what you got to learn first, right? But then the second aspect is you got to actually learn how to implement that into a bot. You got to learn how to build it, right? You got to learn how to actually create the buttons, create the quick replies, create the flows, all these different things, like, right? You got to learn what platform, what chat fuel, ManyChat, these different types of things that you have to know when you're actually building it, right? So big stuff, big stuff at the beginning. Okay. So, it looks like we got some feedback. It said some of you guys like smaller video series. So I think that's actually huge. I'm going to take that into consideration, that a lot of you guys like smaller video series. So that's really helpful. But there's two things here, right? A lot of people like to, and let's just put it here. You got to know, let's just make it easy. You got to know how to sell the bot, right? So you got to know what the bot can do, and you got to know how to build it. But you don't have to do both of them. So I'm curious for you guys, which one do you like? It sounds more like your style. Are you guys like builders where you're kind of techy and you like doing like, you know, being on the backside of the software and really kind of building out things? Maybe you were good with like ClickFunnels or, you know, Infusionsoft or things like that. Or do you like going out there and selling stuff, right? Do you actually like going out there and just closing deals and helping people see the value that you can bring for them? Because I think they're two unique kind of skills. I'll be honest. I like to build stuff. I don't really like to go out there and sell stuff. Like the other day, I was on a friend reached out to me and wanted to know about chatbots, and I hopped on a call with her because she's a friend, and I wanted to just help out, and she's runs events for the nonprofit that I work for, and so I just wanted to be helpful and answer her questions. But then it turned into a sales call, and I was like, this is kind of weird for me. So the reason I say that is that if you want to build them, right, there are people who will actually sell them, and you can build, you know, and developing and learning how to develop bots is huge. Or if you want to just go out there and sell them, right, there's companies like mine who will go out there and build your bots, right? If you go out and sell the bots, we'll build them for you. And what this allows is this allows you to not have to know how to build all these different kinds of bots, and allows you to know, not necessarily need to know how to do all these different kinds of coding and programming. So there's lots of options. I'm just kind of curious for you guys, which one is more for you, because that's what I found in, like, for my students in my program. I love teaching them how to build the bots, right? But a lot of them need to know how to sell it too. So I'm just curious where you guys are at on this live video, because I think that both of those skills are important. So Wayne says he sells stuff. Gary says he sells stuff. So perfect. So like if Wayne and Gary don't want to build the bots, they just want to go out and sell them, well, then they can go to companies like mine and agencies like mine that will build the bots for you, so that you don't have to. Okay, so that's what I want to say. That the reason I say that at the beginning is a lot of people, they count it out and they go, oh well, I'm not techie, I don't know how to build a bot, I don't know how to do all that stuff, I can't sell it. Well, that's not necessarily true, because you can actually work with different agencies and different companies. I don't actually know if there's different ones out there. I know that we do it, but you can actually work with someone like us to actually build your bot so that you can just offer it to your clients, or you can offer it for your business, right? So there's lots of ways to be able to utilize these things as well. So the second thing, though, is what we talk about is like a demo bot, right? This is a game changer when it comes to chatbots, because with Facebook ads, you can't really, if you're cold prospecting or you're cold emailing, or even if you're prospecting at all, they can't really experience what your services are like. They just can't do it, right? They can't experience what it would be like for a potential lead or a potential client to see it in their newsfeed. I mean, you can send them a mock-up and you can send it, but it's not going to be the same. Whereas if you send someone a chatbot, right, you send someone a demo bot, then you guys are going to be able to have them experience firsthand what it's going to be like for their clients, what it's going to be like for their leads. And that helps, and that aids the sales process so much more, because instead of trying to explain to them what a chatbot is, it's much easier and much more beneficial to just have them experience it firsthand, right? Like, that's so much better. So I'm curious, I want to throw it out to you guys. Have you guys built a demo bot? Those of you guys who are marketers, have you guys built a demo bot already, and do you guys know the concept of a demo bot? Just comment Y or N and let me know if you guys actually know what the hell I'm talking about when it comes to a demo bot, because it's something that's very simple. But was talking to John Vaughn, and he said that it was the key to him selling over $30,000 worth of bots, was just his demo bot. And I think about it, for me, like that's the only way that we've gotten business, is being able to actually have people experience it before. So demo bots are a huge part of the whole process. But I'm just curious, let me know what if you guys actually have built a demo bot. Comment Y or N if you kind of get that concept and get that process as well. Now, the last and the final aspect of it, right? Well, let's call it the pitch. Let's call it the prospecting, the prospecting, and pitching, right? These can maybe be their own kind of block here. But let's talk about that, right? Because a lot of people ask me, how do I how do we get our clients? And we do it all, right? Like we do organic inbound marketing. We've run a little bit of ads here. We've done cold traffic. We have a Facebook group. We've done organic. We've done networking events. Like we literally, when people ask me, how do you guys generate your clients? It's like, it's all of the above. So the beautiful thing about chatbots is that you can now prospect any way that you want to, right? And all of the normal ways that you always prospected, all of the normal ways that you always did customer outreach or client, lead generation, those always worked. So it seems like some of you guys don't know what I'm talking about when it comes with a demo bot. It seems that Jack knows what a demo bot is. If you guys have built a demo bot, comment Y. If you guys haven't built a demo bot, comment N and let me know, because I think that a lot of new people, when they come into the industry or they start getting into messenger marketing, they want a bot for their agency. They want a bot for their marketing agency. And that's helpful to an extent, but what's much more helpful for a marketer and what's much more helpful for an agency is that if you are going to be selling these things, not to have a bot that explains your services, but more importantly, have a bot that explains it for what the customer and what the client is going to experience, right? And that's what we call let's see here. Sounds kind of low. Let me know. Can you guys hear me at all? Let me know how the sound is doing, because that's probably a really good point if my sound is terrible. So I have my let's see here. I have my mic plugged in, but you never know. Things suck sometimes. So when it comes to demo bots, though, building a bot that is specific for building a bot that is specific for that industry, building a bot that is specific for that website, right? Building a bot that is specific for that particular company is super helpful. That way you have that in your back pocket and you can send that to anybody that you want, right? You have that in your back pocket, and now anybody who's interested, anybody who wants more info, right? Well, now you can just send them the bot, and now they're able to experience it for themselves. So looks like Heather and Juja is actually, is it Juja? Julia are using demo bots already, so that's huge. And like I said, make it specific to the industry, make it even better, make it specific to the website, and make it specific to the company, and then you can do all your normal prospecting. You can do all your normal stuff in terms of cold email, in terms of ads, in terms of organic Facebook marketing, in terms of LinkedIn prospecting. All of we do it all, right? When people ask us how do we generate clients, like we do it all because that's what we've realized we've had to do in order to really stand out, and we continue to build on them so that we have multiple ways of generating leads as well. So anywho, I think, let's see, how long have I been on here for? About 14 minutes. So I guess the last thing I'll talk about is the pitch. And what you want to get to is what Christopher, who's one of the members in our program, said today. When he was pitching bots earlier, he sold a 4-figure bot, medium, intermediate bot. And what happened was he was like, it was so simple, it was so easy. Like the customer just said yes, right? And when you start to do these things the right way, customers all of a sudden they just say yes. They just sign on the dot, and that's something that you can start to leverage to get more clients, to start to scale, to grow your business, right? Create a real business. One thing I was sharing with my partner is like, I don't want to just be a company or an agency that just serves a couple of clients here or there. Like, I really want to grow our agency into a real, like a force to be reckoned with, right? Like a real machine is the word that we use, because eventually these things can be turned into systems, and these things can be leveraged and automated so that you can remove yourself from the process and really build the business. So I'm excited about that personally, and helping you guys to come along the way as well. So I'm having a training this weekend. I'm going to be doing a training tomorrow. So if you guys want to come to the training, comment training, okay, and I'll get you that. And then I'm going to be putting together a video series. So if you guys want a video series and would rather have that than a 1 hour training, comment series or VS actually, either one, and let's do VS, right, because that's shorter. VS, and I'm going to put together something so that you guys can get all this stuff in a very digestible fashion. So, anywho, thanks for hopping on today. I appreciate you guys hanging out, and hopefully have an amazing day. And we'll see ya on the live training. Peace.